Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, all my beautiful friends from Reddit. I'm so excited to be back here with you on another absolutely gorgeous Tuesday morning. I hope each and every one of you is doing well and that you are doing well whenever you happen to be listening to the show. So, welcome to the Reddit Asks Us podcast. We read and react to questions from r slash and comments from r/ask Reddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, please leave, I was like begging, please leave us a rating, and also please leave us a review. You have no idea how much it helps out and helps grow the show. I want to say thank you to all of my new listeners. Big shout out to you. You know, the listener base has been just steadily growing, and it's so fun to see that. It's so cool to see that. I'm very happy that everybody's taking interest in the show, wants to participate. I'm getting new comments every week, so I'd love to see that. So without further ado, you can answer this week's Reddit question by going to Spotify, and you can listen. You can listen and download episodes on Spotify of the Reddit Asks Us podcast for free. You do not need a membership. You can listen to podcast episodes from all podcasts for free, download them as well on Spotify. And you can answer this week's Reddit question by clicking the description of the episode. Then below the description, you should see this week's question, and to the right is a white icon that says reply. This feature is just one of my favorites because it is my favorite feature, really, because it allows us to, I can have more connection with you in the community, and it feels more direct, and it feels like I really can hear exactly what everyone is saying and thinking, and it's so fun to see that. So, you will be also notified when your response is published. So that is also another super cool thing. So as soon as I see your comments, as long as it's anything hateful or, nothing that's anything that's appropriate, your response will be published. So, that's it. So, without further ado, why don't we just talk about last week's episode? So last week's episode was, when did you realize you were dating an idiot? So we have two responses. I feel like I'm the idiot. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm always like, oh my God, this person's so stupid, and then I do something, and I'm like, what the fuck am I even talking about? I'm an actual idiot. Oh my God. We hype ourselves up just to be humbled at a given moment, and then realize, no, we are the stupid ones. Especially because sometimes I say things with such conviction, no, that's definitely this, and it's just not even that. My parents were telling me recently, that when I was a kid, we were just driving around, and just out of nowhere, I saw a wind turbine, and I just started explaining how it works, and it's not even close. I was just so confident. I was like, no, that's how it works. And I'm just like, nope, that's not even close. So we have a response from last week's episode from Kelsey Elford. Thank you so much for replying, Kelsey. My quirky friend had said thank you in German to us after giving them a ride home. X repeated the word back to them, not knowing what it meant. Didn't understand why friend and I looked so confused. That if you don't speak the language, or if you're not even trying to learn it, why would you say that? Especially if you heard them say it. You know what I mean? It's just it's cringe. It's so cringy to me. Oh my God. It's like when the same thing kind of happens to me too when when white guys will try to imitate or speak in Chet Hanks, try to imitate Jamaican patois, even though it is English. It's come on, bro. Unless you're actually from Jamaica and have that English, it sounds really cringe and very racist. You can sing it in a song, maybe sing it in a song, but when you start speaking like that, it's nah, bro. Chill out, settle down, bro. Settle down. That's not your thing, bro. That's not. How about we figure out something different? All right, next one comes from Toby, so thank you so much for replying, Toby. My brother dated a simp in high school. She broke up with him. Oh my God, she broke up with him after 2 days in a gym class. She sings very badly and stands over me in an odd position. She is just dumb and stupid in general, LOL. Yeah, sometimes we have to go through those relationships. Sometimes we just need to realize. Sometimes something seems a little bit better on the surface than it is, when you actually get into the relationship. And it's just like, what I really don't appreciate is you screaming, singing in my ear. I used to date somebody who was just like the most awful, confident singer. And like, listen, oh God, it sounds so awful because listen, I don't want to ever discourage anyone from singing or anything like that. And just because music is a celebratory thing, it's something that should be inclusive. It's something that, everybody can appreciate. But if you can't sing, bro, you got to know when to not sing, bro, or at least take some singing classes, man. Like, oh my God. And it's just doesn't stop, and they think they're really good. And it's just like, I really am curious to know what it sounds like in your ears, like what you're hearing. I'm very, very curious to know what that sounds like. Okay, enough of that. Why don't we move on to this week's episode? So this week's episode, as you can tell from the title, and remember to reply to this on Spotify, is what is the most messed up thing you've seen a friend do? I should have thought about this more than before I started the episode, but I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that's messed up that I've seen a friend do. Probably I've seen a friend or so in the past use fake money. I've seen somebody do that, which is highly illegal, but it was also, I don't know, I thought it was funny at the time because what is money? Money isn't real, so, who cares? But I guess, they're paying, if they're paying for like a multi-billion-dollar corporation's product, then I don't really care. But if it's from like an independent store, I'd be like, they're just trying to get by. All right. So yeah, what's the most messed up thing you've seen a friend do? So Sleestack _orgy says, had a friend who had a 9mm handgun who liked to put a replica bullet into it and pretend he was going to shoot people at his house. He'd even go as far as to squeezing the trigger to really scare the fuck out of people. One night he was drunk as hell and decided to pull this trick on a friend of his roommates who'd never been to the house before. Well, then that night, the idiot accidentally put a live round into the chamber and fired. The bullet missed this girl's head by fucking inches. He begged us not to call the police. We called the police. Oh my God. Yo, you guys aren't going to tell anyone about this, right? Please tell me you aren't going to tell anybody about this. It's not even that big of a deal. Like, what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? Like, I highly doubt she would have died. Skulls are pretty thick, like human bone's pretty sturdy. So like, honestly, I bet you anything would have bounced off, It's so not like it is in the movies. People don't not die that quickly from a bullet wound in real life. Yeah, this is why, like, not, how do I say this? This is perfect reason why is you should have to go through like crazy amounts of training and be very particularly licensed to have a firearm. Like, come on, bro. Somebody who's like putting a replica, like, why would you even do that? Who even thinks that's funny? That's not funny at all. Like, what's the aim of this? It's a power trip, man. It's a power thing. Somebody just wants to feel like they have a lot of power and they can scare someone with a gun. It's like, you should not have a gun, bro. Like, you should be in a fucking psychiatric institution. You have narcissistic personality disorder and are also a sociopath, okay? I have friends who own firearms, and they are responsible people. You know what I mean? They are some of the most responsible people I've ever met in my life. And I know that their opinions on some of these things tend to be like, they are, or not tend to be, they are very strict. They're just like this is not a fucking toy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is something that should absolutely be respected. And I know people have very differing opinions on this, and that's totally fine, but it's just one thing that you like everyone can agree on is like, we need to seriously look into the people who are acquiring some of this stuff, man. Like this is come on, bro. Like, this guy needs to be in jail, bro. I'm glad. So downstream comments like what do you, how are you gonna be like, how are you gonna pull some shit like that? How can you honestly be the type of person to pull some shit like that and be like, yo, but don't call the cops though? It's like, bro, you should have had the cops called on you a fatty ago, man. Downstream one comments and says, this happened in my hometown at a party. Of course, here we go. Northern California, interesting, but still the U.S. No surprise there. This happened at a hometown at a party. Fucking around with his gun to show off. Guy blew his friend's brains out at a party with about 100 people. He's still in jail 20 years later. Oh my God, bro. I do not know all the details. There was more to it than resulted in long jail time. A legally obtained gun, drugs, and some other stuff, I believe. Bro, that is not even close to a party that I would want to go to, man. That is just, come on, bro. Come on. Like, what the fuck? That is so messed up, man. Please don't call the cops about that. It's just an accident. It was just an accident, bro. Like, can't you forgive? Forgive, forget. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, we're gonna laugh about this later. You're totally gonna laugh so hard about this later. But please don't call the fucking cops. Don't call the fucking cops. Fuck. I can just imagine, you would want to get the fuck out of there as soon as possible. Be like, yeah, dude, I totally get it. I don't understand. Like, I understand completely. I'm not going to call the cops. I understand. It was total accident, total freak accident. Yeah, absolutely. You leave. Hello, 911. That's like me immediately. 911 will be pre-dialed in my phone, ready to go for when I leave. So next one comes from Friendly Difference 72. We were working in an old lady's attic, and he kicked the shit out of a pipe on purpose and then went and told her it needed to be replaced. I never worked with him again after that. This is not a friend. This is a coworker, bro. This is not a friend of yours. Maybe it was. Maybe that was one of those moments that you realize, like, you know what? I had a lot of suspicions before. It was the stealing of my things, how every time you would come over, somehow things would just go missing. None of my friends, no, that would never happen. Me constantly like paying for things of yours. Yeah, it seems a little bit odd, just some of this stuff just seems, it sounds like there's a ghost. There's no ghosts around, okay? I definitely know it's you. That's so messed up. Anarcho Chris replies and says, not a friend, worked with a total POS and watched him take advantage of an old lady. Eventually saying some drywall needed to be replaced and just kicked it in. Man, that guy was just... This is why rage rooms exist. Why do you need to do this? Okay, go to a rage room. Use a fucking bat and just start swinging it around. Okay, like this is why I feel like we need rage rooms in every fucking street. Like people today just have way too much messed up shit going on. Like, get your anger out some other way. Maybe instead of I should be preaching like a meditation or something like that, not a fucking rage room. But whatever, man. Honestly, anything that'll help. I don't want to foster any violent behavior. Reply from Don't Jim the Camera. I was friends with a real POS who, whenever we went out to eat, would order a steak and a tall glass of water. After the waiter would bring the food out, he'd wait until they walked away, and then he'd shout, "Let's slop 'em up." He'd pour the entire glass of water over the steak. He called it sloppy steaks, and he'd do this every time we went out. What a POS. Why? What even... Was this a child? Were you hanging out with a 5-year-old? That's my sloppy steak. Who are you hanging out with, bro? Yeah, man, I've been hanging out with this 5-year-old, bro. He's pretty chill, but like, he's just not emotionally, intelligent, He's just not, he really doesn't get it, bro. He's just not emotionally mature. Yeah, maybe that's because he's a 5-year-old. Why are you friends with people like that? How do people meet someone like this, bro? How do you meet Sloppy Steak Boy? How do you meet your boy with the sloppy steaks? Oh my God. So next one comes from Mendo. A girl was falling down drunk, totally out of it. No drink spiked. She had been doing a crazy amount of shots without knowing they were double shots. This one friend of mine insisted on taking her home by himself. Me and three other people in the group insisted more strongly to come along and help her home. The whole way back, he kept trying to assure us that he had things under control and didn't need our help. And it became clearer and clearer he was planning on, SAing her. We aggressively told him to knock it off and got her home. First, he tried to insist he would stay with her to make sure she was okay, which we vetoed. And then we caught him trying to get her keys out of her purse so that he could come inside. When that happened, we had enough and things got rough. We didn't beat him up, but we very forcefully got him out of her student residence building. She was in bad shape, so we found a friend of hers from down the hall who agreed to come over and look after her. We were worried she might throw up in her sleep or something. Later on that night, he got caught pounding on her dorm room door by the same friend after he managed to sneak back into the building by following someone else when they came in. The whole friend group split up over staying friends with them, but F that guy. She was literally passed out on her feet and totally incoherent. Come on, bro. Like, you gotta go to the police, man. This guy needs to be reported. There's multiple witnesses. This guy is a criminal, bro. This guy has demon intentions. Oh my God. Yeah, bro, you gotta meet my boy, bro. He's chill though. He's not that chill. He's pretty rapey, but and he drinks a lot too, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, and probably has a bit of an unhealthy relationship with alcohol and drugs, and he's actually kind of beat the shit out of me a couple times. More than a couple, maybe. Yeah, every time I see him, yeah, and he really gives it to me, he just really beats the fucking shit out of me, but he's a chill, maybe not chill's the right word. He's a guy, but you gotta meet him, bro. Like, how do you get linked up with these people, bro? If I meet anyone like this, I am straight up going to, actually, take care of some business or call the cops, bro. Like, come on. Like, this guy was raised by fucking Satan. Like, come on, bro. Like, this guy deserves to be in jail. Next comment comes from another cynical old git. Deliberately get knocked down by a car in order to prove that when drunk, and we were very drunk, his bones were flexible. Fortunately, the car had been slowing to turn. There followed a couple of minutes trying to reassure the driver he was okay, whilst calling him an idiot. Meanwhile, he was laying flat on his back, maintaining he'd proven his point. Listen, bro. I am just simply built different, bro. Like, your bones have structure. Bro, my bones are the fluidest bones you'll ever see, bro. I was raised by rubber, okay? I grew up in a rubber factory. You ever hear the principle of being like water? Taking shape of whatever's around you? That's me, bro. I grew up around this. I lived this life. All right? When you grow up around in a rubber factory, you take on the form and shape of rubber. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like water. You take on that shape. I swear to God, bro, I could bend my bones. I mean, I need a car to hit me first, so I can really prove it to you. Like what am I gonna do? Just bend my arm right? No, that's lame. No, we go 0 or 100, okay? Next car, okay. Next car. I'm just gonna walk right in front of it, and you'll see, bro. You will see. It's gonna be wild, bro. It's gonna be crazy, but gotta prove the haters wrong, though. Am I right? He's on the ground. He's like, his fucking arm is just looks like a crumpled up piece of paper. He's like, bro, I'm built different, bro. It doesn't even hurt, bro. Watch tomorrow, it'll be better. It'll just elastic back, All right, next one comes from Mundane Tour 3215. Throw McDonald's fries and burger as hard as he could at a homeless lady asking for food. Called him a POS and never spoke to him again. Who thinks this is funny? Like, how do you... Oh, my God, man. So this reminds me, actually, since we're talking about just, like, POSs. When I was, like, on my vacation recently in Las Vegas, it was Sunday night. We went to Cirque du Soleil, the Mad Apple, which was a really amazing show. In case anyone, in case my fellow Americans, or not fellow Americans, I'm Canadian, but I mean my fellow listeners who are from America, or if you just happen to be visiting Las Vegas, no matter where you're from, the Mad Apple show was very entertaining, honestly. But I'd really recommend probably going on like a Friday or Saturday night, because you'll probably get like a better crowd. But we went on a Sunday night, and you're kind of getting like stragglers, and especially because the show's been out for some time now. Shout out to the comedian. His name's Harrison something, but just look at Mad Apple. He's the guy. This guy was really funny. His show was funny, but we had these people. We were in the top levels, and we had these people in front of us who were just like heckling the whole time, like, and a guy behind us who kept heckling and yelling out and just being super disruptive for no reason. And the security guard like had to come down and like say like, I'm literally gonna kick you out unless you shut the fuck up. And the girl, one of the ladies who was sitting beside this guy who wouldn't shut up, she was like, that's bullshit, and she's like interrupting the show. So embarrassing. It's like, how I just don't get these people. Like, what do you think? You're not a part of the fucking show. You're not cast in the show, okay? Like, sit down, bro. Know your fucking place, man. You are not on stage. You are facing the stage, bro. You are not part of this, okay? Stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane. Like, you have no contribution to this whatsoever. Fucking laugh when you're supposed to laugh, and enjoy yourself when you're supposed to enjoy yourself. Don't make it hell for other people, man. It was so embarrassing. And it's just like, how do people become friends with people like that? How do they think that's funny? Like, it's not funny. It's just disruptive, and it doesn't. This is part of the reason why I just can't stand like watching like the Nelk Boys anymore. Because back in the day, often they'd make the pranks about themselves, like they'd make themselves the butt of the joke, and then they started kind of leaning into just making other people look stupid, and it was, the joke is making other people look dumb and just interfering with people's day. I mean, sometimes it can be funny in when they're acting like idiots and other people have crazy reactions. But when they're just strictly messing with people to make them the butt of the joke, it's like, come on, bro. Like, this is just like one of the worst. This isn't the Nelk Boys. They inspired like stuff like this. It's like going up and like moaning in people's ears. Like, that shit is not funny, bro. Like, where is the humor in that? Like, if somebody did that shit to me, bro, you're getting a fist in the face, bro. You're getting a knuckle, fucking 4 of them, bro. And I wear a ring too, bro. Like, that shit is not. I'm not holding back, bro. If you violate my personal space like that, and you start moaning in my ear, bro, you can expect, if you were right beside me, to get a fist directly in your face, bro. Like, come on, that is not funny. These are people just trying to live their lives and go about their day, man. Like, oh, that shit makes me so angry, and it's not funny. Like, I don't get that. Like homeless people too. It's like, these people are some of the most discriminated people in our society, and like, yeah, you know what would be funny is if we made their lives worse. Like, yeah, shut the fuck up, bro. So El Gringo Ferralejo replies and says, I think we had the same friend. A friend I don't talk to anymore gave a homeless man $20 under the condition that he would have to stand there getting berated about how messed up his own life was. We dragged him away as he was yelling at this dude who was now bawling his eyes out. Watching him in hysterics while picking $20 off the ground was one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever seen. Bro, like, I think there might be a little bit of projection thing going on there. Somebody's projecting maybe some inner what is the word I'm looking for? oh my God, inequity. No, it's not the word I'm looking for, but like they don't think they're good enough. Oh my God, like in their insecurities, but somebody's projecting that. You know what I mean? Like they're just come on, bro. Tuck K Gain comments a new comment and says, if we're talking ex friends, he beat his child for touching my guitar, the one I brought over specifically to show the boy and let him play with. He was 3. Come on, bro. How do you end up being friends with people like this, man? I guess people can be very two-faced, man. People can be one person in one place and just a completely different person in another. This was just like, I don't know. I feel like it's just very important to spend a lot of time with somebody before you kind of accept this. And this is also, I feel like, the trouble of making friends with your adults. Because, okay, there's this whole thing about like how it's more difficult to make friends when you're an adult. And I think part of it also is like kids are so innocent that if you're a kid and you don't like hanging out with another kid, it becomes obvious like very quickly that you just don't like them. I think when you're an adult, since people are just older and humans are so complex, especially as they age, it becomes people compartmentalize their psychotic behavior, and they learn to control it and live trying to integrate into society like a normal person, but in reality they're complete psychopaths. So where was I going with this? It's just harder to make friends as an adult because I feel like especially for me, like I just am a lot more skeptical of people that I meet. Like I feel like I'm just in general, like I try to keep, until I've hung out with somebody and seen them, and like I think one of the best ways to tell is seeing somebody when they're stressed. If you see somebody when shit kind of hits the fan low key, and seeing them when they're stressed is like a perfect indicator of whether or not somebody is, has got their shit together, mentally. If you see somebody like just freak out when they're stressed and just become unhinged, it's like, I think I'm gonna take a backseat in this relationship. I actually think I might just nip it in the bud right there. Just might cut this one off. This one doesn't really seem to be very fruitful for me. Don't really think I'm gonna be pushing myself forward, if I maintain this relationship. But yeah, like when you're kids, I feel like it's just easier to become friends because kids just do kid stuff. And when the messed up kids are messed up, when you're a kid, it can be fairly easy to tell because you just don't like being around them. But when you're an adult, sometimes, I feel like I just end up being more skeptical of people because I just don't know what people are like. And especially for somebody who just gives me weird vibes. I don't even know. Okay, next comment comes from Hooter Enthusiast. Wow, come on, bro. Such a Redditor, man. Some of these nicknames, it's like you think you're being funny, bro, but you're just proving your inner Redditness. Like, come on, bro. Like, why is that has to be here? Like, everyone on Reddit is so freaking horny, bro. Go get a girlfriend, man. Lesbian best friend that got kicked out of her religious parents' house, and I let her stay with me. She then screwed my then girlfriend. Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, you reach out that hand and then you just... Honestly, though, okay. Don't be friends with that person anymore. But, come on, bro. This is what confuses me sometimes when people will get cheated on and then they get mad at the person who... especially if they're not friends, get mad at the person who their significant other cheated on them with, because it's like, shouldn't you be just more mad at your girlfriend, boyfriend, or partner? Like why? what? Honestly, the other person. Maybe not a great thing, especially if they were your friend. Then that's a really messed up thing to do. But you should be more mad at your significant other. They're the one who cheated on you. Okay, next comment comes from Snape 716. Okay. More normal username, okay? More fun. Brag about a then boyfriend not leaving her despite constant cheating, then cry when he left her. I don't know either. Boba fucking Fett replies and says, "Were we friends with the same person? This girl would do the same and then call me crying, say someone outed her to her boyfriend and then he finally left. Props to whoever told the boyfriend." Yeah, like, oh my God. Yeah, my boyfriend, I can literally cheat on him and he'll have no idea. He's none the wiser. Just, I love cheating on him and he just stays there. You know, he just doesn't really do anything about it. But, yeah. Hold on, I'm getting a call. What, you're breaking up with me? I didn't cheat on you. Who told you I cheated on you? Oh my God. Why would you break up with me? Why would you do this? This is all your fault. Yeah. That seems accurate. Yeah. Come on. You cannot get angry at somebody for breaking up with you if you cheated on them. It's like, yeah, man, my girlfriend broke up with me. You know, fuck her, bro. I literally cheated on her like 20 times, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I feel like over 25, then it's weird, bro. Then it's weird. Then it's like 25 times, bro. Maybe not 25. Like 30. No. How about 50? 50. Let's just bring it up. Let's just bring it up to like that even 50, you know, because 30 is kind of awkward. 40 is like, why not 50, right? 50, okay? You cheat on somebody like 50 times, okay, then it's like, all right, then that's warranted. But before then, it's like, humans aren't monogamous, bro. Like, I don't even, like, what even is monogamy, bro? Like, what even is that shit, bro? I don't even know that shit, bro. I just, like, nah, bro. But what the fuck, bro? She's being so whack, bro. She wants to break up with me and all this bullshit, bro. Just because I cheated on her a bunch of times. Like, what an idiot, bro. Yeah. How would you brag? What is there to brag about? What is there to brag about for cheating on somebody? Yeah, I just totally cheated on my girlfriend, bro. Shit was so lit. It's like, I don't even, why? Why is that lit? Why is that good? Why are you dating her then? If you're just going to cheat on her, why are you even in a relationship? It doesn't really seem like you want to be in one. If you just want to go and mess around with other people. Like, and like, you know what, man? For people who cheat, you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's for some people, it might be they like the stability of a relationship, but they also like having sex with other people. Yeah, there's something called an open relationship. Why don't you like maybe search for somebody who's into that? You know, there are people out there of all different kinds of you know, orientation and what they find attractive and what they're attracted to and it's like if you want something committal, but you also want to, you know, mess around on the side or whatever it is, there is something called an open relationship. There are people who do it, and you know, it's not like you have to. There's not. What I'm saying is, there's not zero solution to this problem that you have. Okay, or you're just a piece of shit and you don't deserve to have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Final objective comment says. Brought my friend to watch my boyfriend practice his drumming. She kept spreading her legs wide, wearing a skirt with no underwear. She slept with him, and he left me thinking he would be with her. Needless to say, she didn't date him because she already had a boyfriend. Yeah, bro. That's the, you know, I thought we were gonna date. You seriously thought I was going to date you? I have a boyfriend. Okay? I cheated on my girlfriend for you. Well, sucks for you. Next one comes from Ton Thom. Was out for the night with two of my friends, and we were all crashing at one of their parents' houses that night. Get drunk, head home, and decide to grab some snacks from the kitchen before hitting the sack. Out of nowhere, my friend gets a watermelon out of the fridge and dares my other friend to have sex with it. We are teenage lads at this point, so we all find this hilarious, especially when my friend actually does this, putting his, you know, in the thing. But that's not the messed up bit. My friend whose house it was then takes the screwed watermelon, screams yeah, and starts to eat it where it had been screwed. He then threw it full force into the wall and went to bed. Needless to say, me and the watermelon fucker went to bed that night feeling a bit weird about the the dick munching melon friend. Never stayed there again. Bro, put your dick in it, bro. Oh, I can't believe you're fucking it, bro. That shit's so hot. I mean, yo, that's crazy. Are you gonna, don't throw it, bro. Bro, let me have that, bro. I need it as like a token, bro. Oh, matter of fact, bro, let's all eat it, bro. Let's eat it, bro. Is there still in there? You in there? Yes, bro. I call that bit. That's the best part. Bro. That's weird, bro. Even if you're gay, that's weird as fuck. Okay? No one wants to hang out with the semen-filled watermelon munching bro. Like, okay, you might be a gay on this one, okay? You might be closeted. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with being gay. But it is weird, okay, to start eating a watermelon that your friend just fucked. I think that's a little bit over the line. Maybe just a bit. Okay? That's just maybe there's a little bit of, that's not normal. All right, let's do maybe one last one. So my best friend, this one comes from Bite Time. My best friend had just broken up with my brother, who had moved over 1,000 miles and changed jobs to be with her, citing personal differences. My brother was devastated, but I tried to respect her decision and be a source of support for both of them, especially because they weren't the best fit. But then she shared with me, because she knew that I loved her and would be happy for her so long as she was happy, that she'd been cheating on my brother for the past month and had found her soulmate. The depth of my brother's heartbreak, already immense, was further compounded by the infidelity. To my bewilderment, she truly couldn't understand why I was ending the friendship. Seemed so distraught that I would end a years-long relationship over something so small. And I just can't comprehend why she thought telling me would result in anything other than a complete door slam. Hannah, you still suck, and I'm still angry. Oh my God. She also asked, ETA that I had also asked her to be the maid of honor in my upcoming wedding. Ironic. Oh my God. CVNTPVNTER says, yeah, fuck you, Hannah. What the hell? Yeah, so I cheated on your brother. Wait, why don't you want to be friends with me? What the hell? See, this is the problem. You are so not loyal. You are like the least loyal friend that I have. Screw you. What the fuck? How are you not loyal to me? I literally only just cheat on your brother. Well, you would cheat on your brother if you were me, okay? I think I'm cool because, I don't cheat on people, and I don't cheat on their siblings if I'm dating them. So I think I'm cool here. I think I'm the person in the situation who's in the right, but I don't really give a shit anymore. Okay, thank you all so much for tuning into the Reddit Ask Us podcast. Thank you all so much for listening and responding. Remember, this is the Reddit Ask Us podcast, where we read and react to comments from r/Askreddit. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and please leave us a rating and also a review. It helps us out so much. And remember, you can reply to this week's episode by clicking the description in Spotify and replying to the episode question. I will see y'all next week. Peace out. Love you. Bye.